Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I'm going to try something different. Okay? I'm going to just pick a topic and talk about it. See how many hits it gets. How many views. How many more subscribers I get. See what's going to happen. Today, I'm talking about Americans. And I'm not talking about them in a mean way. I'm not saying that they're stupid, because they're not. I mean, literally, I lived there for 4 years and I loved it there. I'm just putting some questions there that Americans would ask, because they really don't know much about Canada. And one of the questions that have been asked is, do you know where Canada is? And Americans are like, no clue. No clue. Okay, they have no clue. But here are some questions that Canadians might Americans might ask Canadians to find out about them. Okay? First one is, do you have winter all year round? Like, really? You're gonna ask that? Like, that makes no sense. We don't live in the land of cold. Just because we're up north above you doesn't mean we're in the North Pole, like freaking freezing. Okay? We got none of it that's up there that I know for sure is cold and has snow year round, as far as I know. I've never actually been there, but as far as I know, it does. Okay? Now, another question they ask is, are you immune to the cold? Like, seriously? We're not immune to the cold. Some people hate the cold, some people enjoy the cold, but seriously, we're not immune to it. We still get a cold like everyone else. I mean, literally. I mean, we get colds just like you, just like anybody in any country. We're not immune to it. We don't have any special powers that allows us to not ever be cold or even get a cold. I mean, seriously, we all get cold. I mean, old people get cold faster than young people. But I mean, if I was outside in the snow, sitting in the snow, in a bathing suit, yeah, I would be freezing cold. I would be like shivering and wishing I wasn't doing it. But literally, no, we're not immune to the cold. Okay? That's just well, stupid to think that. Okay? Now another question is, why does our bag come in milk? Our milk comes in bags. To be very honest, I have no clue. I've never really bought them. I mean, I just find it stupid that Canadians do that. I mean, yes, I am Canadian, but if I had the choice, I'd be American, like as of yesterday. Okay? But you know, really, I have no clue why some of our milks come in bags. But I mean, really, our milk comes in cartons too. I mean, that's kind of weird for me, but it comes in cartons too. But we come in plastic containers, just like how Americans have it. We have it like that, but we have it in 2 liters, or a gallon is so expensive. It's like 6 something instead of like $2 and something in the United States. Okay? Another question. Do we sleep in igloos? See, that goes back to the question of, do you have winter year-round? No, we don't sleep in igloos. We do not sleep in igloos. We make igloos to have fun with, but we do not sleep in them year-round, or for like months on end, or during the winter time. No, we don't. Okay? Another question is, do you celebrate Halloween? Yes, we do. We are just like Americans. We celebrate Halloween just as much as Americans do. Okay? Why does your money look like Monopoly money? Okay, that's a good question. I mean, seriously, why does anybody want Monopoly money? I mean, really, it makes no sense. But the reason behind it is that it's harder to tear the money up, and that's what they were trying to do. They're trying to make it so that it's more plasticky, so that you can't rip it as easily. Okay? That's the only reason, as far as I know. If there's any other reason, then please share it with me. Okay, another question is, are every kid forced to play hockey? Because it goes to another question of, is your national sport hockey or curling? Okay? So with that, I'll answer them both. both in the same answer. No, kids are not forced to play hockey here. If kids want to play hockey, by all means, let them play hockey. It's simple. Okay? And our national sport is not hockey or curling. Okay? Curling can be very interesting at times, but it can be super, super boring. Okay? Now, hockey, on the other hand, is much more interesting. I mean, literally, it is. But it's still boring to a certain degree. I mean, if there's fighting in it, great, go for it. But our national sport, as most people don't know, even I didn't know this for years, I had no clue. Our national sport is lacrosse. Seriously. I mean, I know down in United States they have lacrosse in high school that you can play lacrosse on a team, but that's our national sport. Okay? Now that you know that's our national sport, you can get off our backs about hockey because we don't live in winter year round. Okay? Question. Another one. Do you eat turkey on Thanksgiving? You got to be kidding me. Like, we're just like you. The only difference is our Thanksgiving is in October. Why? No clue. No freaking clue. I just find that stupid. I think we should just celebrate the same time as United States and have Black Friday. I mean, that's the best thing. I mean, now they're starting to do Black Friday because we're trying to compete with you Americans who have the better deals and the better prices and better stuff, period. Okay? So that's what we try to deal with, but our Thanksgiving is in October. That's just the only difference. Okay, last question. When I first got into United States, okay, in Utah, when I was there for school, people kept asking me this question, and I'm gonna point blank literally say this. I might live in the same country as Justin Bieber, but I personally don't know him because he is from Stratford, Ontario. Okay? That is the biggest, like, Shakespeare place. But I don't know him personally. Okay? That would be awesome if I did, but unfortunately, I don't. And I will never personally know him because just because I'm Canadian and he's Canadian doesn't mean we're good buddies. It just means that we're from the same country. That's it. But he doesn't live in Canada anymore. He lives in the United States, as far as I know. Where? No clue. But, you know, that's it. Really. So, in the end result is America, please get educated on Canada, who lives up north, just above you. We don't live in the friggin' middle of the Arctic, the North Pole, or somewhere. We just live in northern United States. It's like you got Ohio up there, you got Washington State, you got New York, you got Maine, you got Maryland and all that. We're just above you. We're just above you. Just gotta hop over the border and you're in Canada. Simple. I mean, literally, you have to go through Canada if you drive to Alaska, because there's no way you're gonna get to Alaska if you don't travel through Canada. If you're driving, if you're flying there, that's a different story. But, you know, but really, it's simple. We're not that different. We are the same. I mean, I've had a question of, do you guys even have toilet paper up there? And I'm like, yes, we do. We wipe our butts as much as you guys do. I mean, just because we're from Canada doesn't mean we're totally socially awkward. Or just because we're from Quebec, we're all French. I mean, I've lived in Quebec my whole entire life. And well, most of my life. Yeah, actually, my whole entire life, except for 4 years. But you know what? That's a different story. But, you know, literally, I've lived in Quebec my whole entire life, and we're all not French. 99% of them are French and bilingual, but not all of us are totally French or totally bilingual. I'm just speak English. As you can tell from my vlogs, that's all I do. I speak English. Okay? So, subscribe, comment, and please share and hit that thumbs up button. And most importantly, be happy.